Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 6-5. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham's online community paper, which I invite you to check out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening this weekend in Durham, and then invite you to click on that link on the Facebook side, on the Durham Skywriter page, and then join me on camera to shoot the breeze, share information, etc. So, starting out, let's see, the cover story is 𝗕𝗕𝗧𝗬 Handy Hints. They're very popular. A lot of people like to learn different ways to get through life, etc., etc. A lot of really cool hints. So I invite you to send me an 𝗕𝗕𝗧𝗬 Handy Hint of your own. I would like to add that to the ones that are already posted. And of course, I will add your name as well, or the name of your business. So that would be really cool. Definitely do that. In fact, let me show you my email address that you can send it to. You can send it, if you're on Facebook, just go ahead and find me on Facebook, follow Durham Skywriter, and send it to me that way. But also, you can feel free, there it is, to send email and information for the Durham Skywriter to durhamskywriter@gmail.com. All right, now let me go back to the comments page, make sure I don't miss anything. All righty, so now let's go to the word page. That's the government and nonprofit information page. I'd like to mention that the American Red Cross has some really interesting classes, different first aid classes, classroom classes, online classes, combination of the two, and also online only classes. They're not free, but they're extremely affordable and definitely worth knowing. For example, they have lifeguarding classes, and as you know, Durham Parks and Recreation, they're looking for lifeguards. They have 2 series of classes. The next series is a 5-day class starting on Tuesday. Now, I said affordable, but in this case, it's $250. But just know that after you get certified, you can get that money back through employment. So let's put it that. It's like a job creation class in a way. So there's different classes that you can check out. And as far as the online classes, really interesting classes like bloodborne pathogens training for tattoo artists. So something you need to know about. Dog and cat first aid. First aid for opioid overdoses. I mean, just really just interesting, helpful, and useful and creative classes. So you might want to check it out. Just go, here's a free class. Here's a free class. Water safety for parents and caregivers. Now that's a good one. Also, psychological first aid, supporting yourself and others during COVID-19. So those are 2 free classes that you can take. All righty, what else is on the word page? Different city and county programs, like for example, let's see, rent assistance, water hardship fund, if you've fallen behind in your water bill, and also eviction diversion programs, both held by the city and the county. All right, and I think, let's see, Durham County Library. The libraries are open. Did you know you can visit your favorite library now for 1 hour at a time? Walk along the stacks, look at the books, check them out. CDs, DVDs, you can also go online and put a hold on books, CDs, and DVDs, and then pick them up at your convenience. I shouldn't say at your convenience. There's only certain hours. So let me tell you what the hours are. Let me scroll down to Durham County Library. Of course, the main library is open for pickup only. They're going to have the grand opening soon. I will find out. Now, today's Saturday, so they just opened, and then you can visit until 2 o'clock. Then they won't be open again until Tuesday, and the hours are 2 to 6 on Tuesday. All right. Now, let's go to the health page, To Your Health. There's going to be a pop-up COVID vaccine clinic today. And it just opened, and they will be operating until 2 o'clock at the Greater Emmanuel Temple of Grace. That's 2722 East Main Street. This is the Durham County Department of Public Health. And let's see. Okay, so they have Pfizer. So that's age 12 and up. And then you need 2 doses for that. So they're giving first doses only. And then they have the Johnson & Johnson, age 18 plus. And that's the one-time only vaccine. There you go. And then the next one will be on Monday at 11, and I'll tell you about that on Monday. Okay, and that's going to be at Compare Foods, just to let you know. All righty. Let's see where 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 is today. They have free COVID tests because we're all out and about now. I mean, I was told, let's see, who was that? They went to South Point Mall and it was like Christmas. They couldn't find a parking space. They had to actually go somewhere else. They wanted to have lunch. And South Point Mall was like Christmas. And you know how much parking there is at South Point. They were all taken. So we are all out and about. So you might want to definitely make sure that you're still healthy. So on Saturday, which is today, the Durham County Department of Public Health has free tests, drive-through service available from noon to 7. And then also at El Centro Hispano from noon until 6, drive-through also available. And they're in the Lakewood Shopping Center over there by the Scrap Exchange. And then on Sundays, public health, again, downtown from noon until 7. Okay, let's go to the, let's go to the sports page, Sport and Life. Let's see, it is not too soon to sign up for Bull City Futsal. They have academies for elementary school, middle school, and high school kids. And this is a free thing where there's going to be like 6 skill sessions and then 3 games, all played in Sherwood Park on Cheek Road. And if you don't know what futsal is, it's like a, now you know football is what they call it in Spanish and Portuguese. So it's like soccer on a court. It's fast, the ball is smaller, there's fewer players, and I think the goal is obviously much smaller. So it's a really fun game. I saw it being played at W.D. Hill. So hopefully one day, Mr. What's his name? Jose Santibáñez can visit on Bull City Hangout and tell us all about Bull City Futsal. Anyway, go to the sports page and sign them up. Okay, now yesterday I told you about Bridge 2 Sports, and the events are already happening, but I will mention for those parents who want to check it out first, I know that parents of kids with disabilities are very protective, and understandably so. So I'll just let you know that going on right now at 3729 Murphy School Road, if you want to check it out, they have archery sessions. Now, this isn't just for kids, but I'm saying, I'm announcing this. I usually don't announce things after they've started, but I know that parents very often want to check things out first. So archery is going on right now. Also, they have air rifle, and then on Monday, they'll have golf at the Hillendale Golf Course. All righty. And you might want to drop by and just want to meet Ashley and just, talk about the different offerings. Like, for example, in a couple of weeks, they will have single rider cycling, all these different types of bikes, because there's all kinds of different disabilities. So you can find out about upright, recumbent, hand cycles, and recumbent tandem bikes. So just check it out. Go to the sports page and just check it out at your convenience. All righty. Is that it for sports? Oh, I just mentioned that the lottery, Durham Parks and Recreation's lottery is no longer in operation. You can just go now, first come, first serve, at Lake Mickey and Little River. So that's great. Great news. I love how everything's opening back up. I just love it. So what's going on right now? We're going to the Let's Go page, calendar of events, and the UCAN, that's the Urban Community Agronomics Market Day, is today. It ends at 11, started at 8, so I did mention it yesterday. So they're selling fruits and vegetables, also plant starts. You can make an order if you realize you can't possibly get yourself together and rush out to Catawba Trail Farm by 11 o'clock. You can make a phone order, and then you can pick it up later, which I think is very nice. Okay, going on right now, the Durham Farmers Market until noon in Durham Central Park, the Durham Craft Market until noon in Durham Central Park, the South Durham Farmers Market until noon, south on Highway 55 in the Greenwood Commons Shopping Center, the Durham Art Market until 1 o'clock across the street from Durham Central Park. And let's see, that already started. Let's see. Oh, here's a drop-in event. The Museum of Durham History has this a Durham Central Park themed mural that they want kids to participate in. So they just started a couple of minutes ago, going until 1. And again, it's a drop-in event. So you can be late. It's okay to be late. In fact, I should even use the word late. But until 1 o'clock, young folks can help to paint pieces that will be incorporated in this mural to commemorate the Central Park community. So the name of the exhibit is From Tobacco Market to Innovation Hub, Durham Central Park Neighborhood. That's the exhibit. The Scrap Exchange has donated some materials for the kids to choose from to, again, help decorate this mural. So the Museum of Durham History, you probably know where it is, but it's at 500 West Main Street in what used to be a bus terminal, I believe. I think when I moved here, it was where the bus terminal was. It's strange to think of that. But anyway, that should be really cool. And I would love to take a little tour of the mural when it's done, and I will show you during a future Bull City Hangout. All righty. Now, if you like to play Dungeons and Dragons, you can do so at the Durham County Library online from 1 until 4:30. It's free. So sign up, register, and then play. Also, Jay's Italian Ice, they're hosting Taste of Soul NC. This is going to be an outdoor event in Durham Central Park from 2 until 7. And this is where, don't forget your lawn chairs, by the way. So take your lawn chairs, and then you can buy food from the food trucks, obviously, Italian ices, and also barbecue, fried fish, pineapple smoothies, and other creative dishes. And just enjoy yourself. It's going to be really nice today. It's going up to what? It's going up to 88. Can't beat that. So check out the Facebook event page. The link is right there on the Let's Go page for more information. All righty. Also, Durham County Library, they're hosting their bilingual, that's English and Spanish, a beginner sign language class online from 4 until 5:30. So sign up for that one. And let's see, the LGBT Center of Raleigh, they're hosting the Triangle Autism Discussion. You don't have to be a member of the LGBT community. And actually, you don't have to be professionally diagnosed with autism. You can be self-diagnosed to attend this meeting. It's like a meeting, it's like a discussion, like a hangout online from 4:30 until 6. So wherever you fit, wherever, if you're just interested, just go and hang out. It's going to be a free Zoom event starting at 4:30. Now, the 17th annual Beaver Queen pageant continues. I love this event so much because it's like silliness with a heart. Actually, it's a fundraiser for the Ellerby Creek Watershed Association. So the Beaver Queen can be of any gender. They're not picky. Basically, the most outrageous and fun personality. I guess it's actually the one who gets the most votes. Let's put it that way. You are voting and also bribing the judges. The average vote is $5. Again, it's a fundraiser. And today is going to be the talent and stage presence segment. That will be today at 6. And again, it's going to be fun and silly. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. I love how they made it a 3-day event. So this is the second of 3 events, okay? So the final coronation, capitalized, the word corona, of course, capitalized because they're clever like that. So next Saturday will be the final coronation, and we will find out who's the next Beaver Queen in the Beaver Queen pageant. So definitely check that out. I don't think now we have someone waiting in the wings from Washington State. I don't think this is necessarily restricted to Durham. So I think even if Guy R. Cook in Washington State wants to take part, I think he can do so. And I'll bring you on in a second, Guy. Now let's see what's happening tomorrow. Let's see, tomorrow, Marva's Fun. She's hosting her free line dance social. She used to do this every month. I used to be the DJ. I will be the DJ again tomorrow. This is going to be from 12:30 until 1:30, right outside the Boricua Soul. That's where the Mellow Mushroom used to be, across the street from the DBAP, the Durham Bulls ballpark. So this is going to be kind of more of a sampler, because usually the line dance social at least 2 or 3 hours. This one's going to be 1 hour. It's the first of hopefully many line dance socials hosted by Marvis Fund. So this is going to be again from 12:30 to 1:30. It's a free event. Of course, Boricua Soul wouldn't mind if you tiptoed inside and checked out their menu, if you know where I'm going with that. But they are hosting the event again, 12:30 to 1:30, right outside at the American Tobacco campus across from the ballpark. Yeah, can't wait. I cannot wait. I love DJing for Marvis. Okay. Also tomorrow, the Durham Really, Really Free Market is back. They are going to take place on the Lion Park Playground, as always, from 2 until 4, first Sundays. This is where you can choose household goods, clothing, toys, books, furniture, whatever's out there, and just take it home. It's free, no strings attached. You don't have to exchange. You can bring stuff to lay out on the tables, and I think you have to bring your own table, if I'm not mistaken. But you can bring stuff in good condition, things that you know people will want to take. And it's a wonderful way to get rid of things you don't want and to take home things that tickle your fancy. All right, I think it's pretty much it. Let us check the weather. It is 79 right now. It's partly sunny. It's going all the way up to 88, and it will be fully sunny around 5-ish and beyond. And then tomorrow it's going to be 88 again, with a 50% chance of thunderstorm. So we'll see about that. And let me check real quick, because our weather is pretty volatile here in the Piedmont, because we're in between the mountains and the ocean. So the weather reports change pretty quickly. Let's see. Yeah, it's still gonna, yeah. Supposedly we're gonna have thunderstorms every day, at least in the forecast, from Sunday to next Sunday, every day. So anyway, let's see what's new in Washington State with Guy R. Cook from the Guy R. Cook Report, SEO specialist. Let's see what's going on. Guy, what's new?
Well, the Digital Garage at Google offers a free class on digital marketing, right? So you just go in and do the dance. It's a 40-hour long class. You can do it at your own pace, and you get a certificate when you're done. And
let me write this down.
Google Digital Garage, like a garage, like where you park your car.
Yeah, okay. Never heard of this. Somehow.
It's new to me.
Okay.
Google Digital Garage, and they've got a bunch of classes there. A bunch.
Nice.
Coming up this coming week, speaking of classes, I'm going to have a session of the podcast that's going to talk about 25 different free places to get training on, you name it.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah. And what I like about Digital Garage is I don't have to do it at 9 o'clock in the morning, be there, be square. It's just whenever I've got a free minute, I can pop in there and do it.
And it's also good for you because with your being on the west end of the nation, you don't have to worry about New York City time.
Sometimes called the best coast, but yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it rhymes with west. You know, sometimes they say west coast, sometimes they say best coast, depending on the time.
That's also new to me.
Yeah. Well,
obviously, I live in North Carolina, so yeah, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah. Now this Queen campaign, I'm kind of tempted to start up a GoFundMe page for the Durham Skywriter to get you nominated because you've got skills. I mean, you can go in and be a DJ.
No, you have to see the Beaver Queen pageant for yourself. This is not an ordinary pageant. It's
going to be online.
It's online because of the COVID. Last year was online too, but this year,
cool.
Yeah, so this year they stretched it out to 3. I shouldn't say stretched it out. That sounds
expanded.
Well, actually, it's expanded. Yeah, which is really smart because again, it's a fundraiser. It's a fundraiser,
right?
And it's outrageous. It's so funny. That's why I always use quotes when I say Beaver Queen because you don't know who's gonna
Who's
win this year.
the previous, like last year's winner? Do you know?
Oh, I don't remember. They all use silly pseudonyms and
Yeah.
very really punny pseudonyms that like you cringe when you see the names. It's like, ooh, that's corny.
Grown.
But oh yeah, really great stuff. So very entertaining, I must say. So
Oh,
yeah,
and you
usually
know
it's in
how we
Duke.
always talk about what shirt you're wearing.
Oh well, I'm wearing one of my old. It's Saturday, and I was going to do some work with my pressure washer. So I'm wearing one of my
Ah,
old Durham Skywriter shirts.
I see.
Yeah,
Well, let me show you this new one.
I'm not retired. I'm a professional grandpa. Love it.
J.C. Penney.
Love it. Professional grandpa.
Yeah. Well, I've got two granddaughters that live about a mile away now.
Mm-hmm.
Maisie was just born. We got text messages at 1:25 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
She didn't have a sense of what time it was. I think it was just like time to be born. Let's do it. And so
Wow. Let's do this. Congratulations,
the thing that's
grandpa.
amazing to me is
Mm-hmm.
even with his first daughter, Zuzu, he took a picture of her when she was 1 hour old. Okay.
Wow, 1 hour.
You know, just the baby face 1 hour old. And then you got
Wow.
a picture of Maisie, is her name, 1 hour old.
Mm-hmm.
And you hold them up side by side, they're definitely sisters. Definitely.
Wow, that
There's
is
no
so
mistaking
cool.
the resemblance. One of them's got a little more hair than the other one, but the hair color is about the same. The facial
Mm-hmm.
structure, you know, the nose and everything.
Mm-hmm. How
They're
about that?
yeah, they're pretty
Well,
exciting times.
I got to see my great nephews over the phone
Yeah.
this week, Ethan and Liam,
Uh-huh.
and a shout outs to them. Looking good. Well, one was asleep, but still, shout out to Jahan and Jason. And I
Yeah.
asked Jason how it feels. You know, a lot of people they fawn over the mom, of course, obviously.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I asked Jason how it feels, and wow, it was like a jumble of emotions. I mean, it's a lot.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a lot. I mean, he's just so proud and thrilled and
They're,
overwhelmed. And
and they're twins then, right?
mhm, 2 boys.
When you have twins, my cousin Mike had twin girls, and this was years ago, like back in the 80s. But he said when you have twins, you have no idea how organized you get. Because for what the one thing you don't do is don't
Mhm.
mix them up.
Oh, for sure.
Make
No.
sure you keep
Yeah.
track. There was two girls, Amy and Amber. And
Mhm.
when they were tiny babies, Amber was the real outgoing one. Amy was the real quiet, shy one. So it was hard
Mhm.
at all to tell them apart. Now they've
Yeah.
switched, and as I've got older, they've reversed the roles, and Amy
Wasn't
is
that
that real
strange?
outgoing one, and Amber is the one that's quiet and reserved.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Well, Jahan and Jason are like your modern couple. They are minimalists
yeah,
and they are organized.
I
And
see.
I don't think they're vegan. I mean, they eat right,
Uh huh.
and they're
So
they.
National Donut Day came and went, and there was no.
Oh, I doubt if they pay that
Yeah,
any mind.
yeah.
I mean, they walk and work out, and they're quite modern. So yeah, and they're going
Years
to be wonderful parents.
years ago, and we're talking in the 90s. I got a phone call from one of my web hosts. I used to have a lot of websites that I hosted, and one of the customers called up and says, "There's something wrong with our email." What's that? Um, Bob's been trying to get an email from their daughter that lived in Texas with pictures of the twin boys that they got every Saturday. Take it to the bank. It's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
No email. So it's got to be the internet scooped up or something. Well, no,
Uh-oh.
actually, the daughter got busy and didn't get around to putting the twin boys'
Oh.
pictures up. So I
Hmm.
called Texas and I said, "Do you know what a ripple in the force you've just created?" "No, what? What's the matter?" Bob and Marie have been calling me at least like twice an hour for the last 4 hours. Going, no, no picture yet. We checked again and it's still not working. Get the dang picture up. And so
Definitely.
the twin boys, and she'd always dress them up like the Dallas Cowboy football team or
Oh,
some kind
brother.
of costume they'd have. And
Hmm.
so when Bob didn't get that picture, of course it was his fault. Marie was getting on him about, I don't know what you did to the email, but there's no picture of the boys. Oh my,
Almost lost all faith in humanity, huh?
yeah, yeah. It was like there's such a this. How can this happen? This is not possible. We get one every
The
Saturday.
stars did not align.
Yeah, yeah. They didn't line up. Exactly right. Exactly right.
That is so cute, though.
Um,
That is so cute.
and a quick. I know that you have a Roku, right?
I do. Yeah,
And
Roku.
this morning, our headline came up across the surf about the best streaming device to get.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Roku's got a new one out. That's the Roku Plus, whatever that means.
Mm-hmm.
It sells for about $15 more than just a regular 4K Roku like you and I have.
Okay.
And I guess it's the 23 jewel stem winding wonder technology. That, oh gosh, you got to get this one. It's you know the best. And then they said, but if you're on a budget and you don't have a lot of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get the Amazon Fire Stick. It's
Yeah.
it's the state of the art, and it showed all the streaming channels you could get on the Fire Stick, and I go, Hulu
Mm-hmm.
got that one, Netflix got that one.
Well,
So,
my Roku is pretty new because my TV, I
uh-huh.
had a fat TV from the like 90s or whatever, and it
Yeah,
got
it
too
looked like a
old.
box, right?
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
and it got too old to use certain programs, so I had to get rid of it. And let me tell you this quick story, guy. I
sure.
took this perfectly working TV because
Uh-huh.
I didn't want it anymore because again
Right.
it wasn't compatible with the Roku anymore. And I took it to the dump. The dump has next to the dump they have an electronics store where you can donate your
Donate.
electronics and then
Yeah.
people can use them. Um, and so I took the TV over there thinking, yeah, somebody would want this TV. At least you can use it as to show DVDs or whatever.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine,
Right.
Sony.
It worked.
And the guy said, oh, no. He says, no, nobody wants that. I said, but it works perfectly. He says, look over there. And I looked, and there was a bin of old, just crunched up TVs.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, nobody can be, you mean to tell me even poor folks would turn down? He says, nobody
Yeah.
wants the TV. So
Wow.
he took the TV. He was just like, and it just kind of just like exploded
Thing that amazed
in
me
the
is
bin. And I was
talking
like,
about
wow.
upcycled the moving box. We just moved, right? So I
Mhm,
had some single-use cardboard boxes.
mhm.
They weren't scarred up, they weren't tore up, they weren't written on all over the place. They might have said craft room or something like that on the top. Something you could just draw a line through it and put kitchen or whatever.
Sure.
And they wouldn't take them. And I said,
Wow.
"You mean I gotta just throw these away?" Yep, yep. Just put them in the recycle. They'll
But
recycle.
but
So I
here's the
got
thing
down to
though.
the point.
Oh,
Those
yes, go ahead.
the big tall wardrobe boxes. They got the bar across the top that you can hang
Those are
clothes in.
great.
Yeah, those are like $15 a piece to buy them. So
Mm,
I went on to Facebook just here in the community where I live, and I said, I got 3 tall ones and 2 short ones. You can have them for free if you come get them. I just have to know you're going to use them to put clothes in. And they're having a
mhm,
big community yard sale, so I figured, yeah, that's going to work. And
mhm.
there was like 11 different people
A
wanted them.
stampede. I knew it
Yeah,
because I was gonna suggest Facebook because a lot of people, with it being spring, a lot of people are moving, and they're all looking for boxes, and they're all giving. You see boxes flying across Facebook left and
yeah.
right.
I
Yeah.
learned my
So.
lesson on boxes. I used to go and scrounge them, go to the grocery store and the liquor store and so forth, and
Mhm.
get boxes. Liquor store, I'd get the boxes so they had the dividers to put the bottles of
Liquor
alcohol
stores have the best boxes. I would
in. And
put my
they're,
record items usually in those
yeah,
boxes.
and the problem with those is they're not all the
Mm.
same size. Like one is
Oh, okay.
longer, and so when
Hmm.
you stack them in the truck, you end up with a cacophony of stacked
Oh,
boxes.
well, yeah.
Okay, so what I did was I went up to the Home Depot store and I bought
Hmm.
what they called moving boxes in Bazinga. They're all the same size,
Hmm.
16
Yeah,
inches
nice.
long, 12 inches tall, 12 inches wide, and so you can stack them up like 5 or 6 high, and the move goes a lot better, a lot better.
Actually, I could make this an El Cheapo handy hint, but did you know that very often moving companies have boxes available too, used, and
Hmm.
extremely affordable price? Because a lot of people return the boxes, like I think our local moving company, when DeCoven
Yeah,
is, that's not the only one. Of course, Trosa is real popular too, but yeah, you can get your boxes from the moving company
for used
used.
ones, right? And
Yeah,
then just tape them back up, and you're good to go. That's the way to
yeah,
go. Absolutely
yeah.
right. I agree, 100%.
And I always suggest, I think I said this when we were talking about moving before, that you get those dots from like the Office Depot, the stick-on dots,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
color code your boxes. I would color code my boxes red dots for those that were like must open boxes immediately, like with bathroom things and
Oh, high
kitchen
priority.
things that
Yeah,
you needed. Yeah. And then different colors for different things. Green for
green.
bathroom, or
Yeah,
yellow for kitchen or whatever,
yeah,
and
yeah.
for red for must open now.
My mother, she passed away last September, but she's always told me this story about when they moved from out south of town into the mobile home park,
Hmm.
manufactured home parks, what it's called now. Anyway, when they moved there, she made a list. Box number 3, it's got blah blah blah, and
Hmm.
it was chapter and verse, real detailed list.
Awesome.
Made the move, lost the list. So she had all these stacked of boxes with no idea what was in them. She said it was kind of like Christmas.
OMG.
You opened the box, oh, there's the sheets. We can sleep on the bed now, and stuff like that. It was
Oh
just,
boy, she probably left it behind.
yeah. She said, well, in those days they didn't have electronic. She would have made a digital copy and emailed it to herself, and then had the list.
Yeah, that would have been
Well,
clever, actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
but not having the list piece of paper because it was in the olden days. No, didn't work.
Actually,
Didn't work.
that's a good idea, though. Use your iPad or whatever and use the Notes app, something that you don't need internet access to get to. Because even if you email it to yourself, you still have to
Right.
get on the internet to retrieve your email. So if you use your Notes app, which is always available, that's a good way to, yeah, arrange or your
I have
phone. Yeah.
there's notes on this. That's why it's called
Yeah.
the Samsung Note 10. It's got
Oh,
the little stylus is right in the bottom. You just
oh,
push your finger right here, pop it out,
what?
and then you can write. I'll show you. Maybe.
Wait a minute. You can write on that?
Yeah, yeah. Let me get to the thing. Okay, see the poinsettia wallpaper?
Yeah.
This wallpaper happened pure by accident. I was showing Frank. You just take a picture of something, and that was in the room across the room. I took a picture and went, that looks pretty cool. I think I'm going to keep
Yeah.
that.
Wallpaper.
Yeah.
You made your own wallpaper.
So anyway, get all these options,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Okay.
first one is create note. So you just go up there and click on create note, and there's the
Oh,
canvas. Tap
okay.
the title to add a title and select. So if you want title, what's that beaver contest?
Beaver Queen.
Beaver. The kids can type so fast on the phone. It's
Oh
scary.
yeah, they just
So then you just make your title.
okay.
I accidentally hit a 0. That's not supposed to be.
That's okay. Can
Yeah,
you
but
dictate also?
I don't know. I don't.
Okay, Beaver Queen.
and then you can write the blah 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 down in the grade, and then save it,
Nice.
and it's right on your phone.
There you go.
So that's a little
There you
shameless
go.
plug for the Note 10.
Yeah, my mom used to
I
make
think
notes for
there's a
everything. She
there's
would
a
have loved
Note.
that.
There's probably going to be a Note 11. You know, it's just like every time you turn around, they give you a new version. But
Hmm.
having that stylus built in,
That's
and
clever.
it's more than just a little plastic stick. It's you push the button on it, and you can do other stuff and screenshots and oh god, the
Just
list
don't put
ends.
it. Just don't put it down anywhere because it looks like that could easily be lost.
Oh no, if I take, let's say that I write, uh, okay, so I take it out and I
Hmm.
set this down someplace else.
Yeah.
Oh, if I walk away with the phone in my hand, it starts
Yeah.
beeping.
Oh my
It's got
goodness,
an
for real.
alarm. It's got an alarm built into it that, oh, you've left the stylus behind. Go back and get it.
What?
Yeah,
That is cool.
a stylus costs, gosh, what was it, $39 or something like that?
That is clever.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It's
real clever.
the they got the new push on the phones now for the getting the 5G faster internet.
Hmm.
Um, and so I asked the people at T-Mobile because I was on Sprint and Sprint and
Hmm.
T-Mobile joined together, and I asked them. I said, "Well, I've got a Samsung Note 10. Is that part of the 5G?" No, it's not. But if you go to
Oh.
T-Mobile, you'll have a bigger, more expansive network anyway. And so I went ahead and
Oh.
said they sent me the free SIM card, and that was
Mhm.
easy as cake to put in. It goes right in the up at the top of the phone. There's a little
Yeah.
port, and you stick a special tool in there, and it pops open and put the SIM card in. It's like
Yeah.
a piece of cardboard. It's just itty bitty little thing with some printed circuit on it.
What does
Totally,
that do? Make it compatible with other
yeah,
networks or something?
makes it compatible with the T-Mobile network. And so I popped it in there, turned off the wireless, and it's bazinga! It came up and said, "Oh, you're not part of the T-Mobile network." Just that quick. It was,
That's cool. I've
and
heard of people doing that when going overseas.
yeah, yeah. You get a Oh, I pushed the button. Just trying to show you. See that little pink one right there on the top
Yeah.
with the two arrows? That's the T-Mobile app translator or whatever you call it. So it makes sure
Okay.
that every app that you've got on the phone from the Droid world will
Hmm.
work on the T-Mobile network. I had the only app that I had to change
Hmm.
is, you know, when you get those phone calls that are spammers, the no good phone calls from
Yeah.
those companies. I've got an app that blocks those, and then I can index them and say, "Don't call me again," and then I report them to
Oh, that's cool.
the headquarters.
That's very cool.
And the Sam's, or what was it? Sam's, the Sprint app that I had wasn't compatible with T-Mobile. Go figure. So I had to get the T-Mobile version of the scammer blocker, and that was the only one. And I mean, I'm talking several
Cool.
hundred apps. I was really surprised I only had to do one.
Nice. I get a lot of spam
I
calls,
know, I just,
scam calls.
you'd think they'd get
Spam, spam.
a clue. The thing that amazes me, and I really chuckle, is when I get a phone call. Hi, we've detected that your computer is sending out some viruses, and
I haven't gotten that one yet, but I heard
oh,
about it.
we want to save you from yourself. So they called me.
They called you,
Yeah,
of all people.
yeah. And so I just run them through the course. I said, "Really? I'm sending out Windows viruses?" Yep. But I'm on a Linux operating system. How's that possible? And they kind of stop and stop. I've got I've got a dual boot system, and the Windows side isn't even turned on. You know what a virtual machine is, right? And so I'm giving this guy stump the band questions. Pretty soon they just hang up.
Exactly. They said, "Oh,
So
who did we
so
call?"
so the wife gets this same phone call. You know, we're gonna report you. You know, She says, "Oh, just a minute. Let me let you talk to the IT department." As soon as I hear her say that out loud, I know that I'm going to talk to that same
Saying it.
do the same dance.
Hilarious.
I don't change bands. I don't change the sheet music. I just give them, really, what's the MTU on that? The maximum transmittable unit that the virus is coming down at. Do you have any idea? You don't know how to measure the MTU? Oh, and you're the guy that's supposed to fix my computer? That's amazing. And you don't know what you're doing. Gosh, this a part of this doesn't work. You know, you're
Whoa.
going to say you're a car mechanic, but you don't know what a spark plug is.
Oh,
That's
I'd be afraid,
not
very
gonna
afraid.
work. Yeah. And so pretty soon I get them to the point that they're going to confess it. That, well, yeah, I'm this guy making phone calls and we're scamming. You know, in their own mind. They never say that out loud, but they'll just hang up. And I'm sure they put a big red mark next to our phone numbers. Don't call this guy. Never
Expert,
call
don't
this
call.
guy. Yeah. One time.
A friend of mine almost lost his computer to those guys.
Well,
I just happened to call him, and he said, yeah, somebody's fixing my computer right now.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, who? He had given them access to his computer. I said, unplug, turn off your computer right now, immediately, before you lose it.
Same thing. My brother-in-law, John, who's a retired logger, but he's got a computer. And he got that phone call about, well, we need to fix your computer. And he got the guy in there. The guy was logged into his computer working on it. And he thought, you know, this sounds kind of corny. I'm going to call a guy because I'm the family tech support person.
Yeah.
And so John called me and he says, told me what's going on. I said, is the guy in your computer right now? Yeah, he's logged in. I gave him a login. Okay. You know that little modem box that you got from the cable company where your internet comes in? Unplug it. Well, yeah, but that's going to shut off the internet. I said, exactly. We want to send him a message. So he unplugged it. I don't know what happens on the other end when they're remoted in and you unplug like that.
But just go on to the next call, I guess.
I'm sure you get a message sent, and John's never gotten a call from him.
Okay, so if you have given them access,
right?
Do you think they jot it down and try later when you plug back in? I mean, you should probably change your password.
Change their password. If you give them a user profile of phone repair or computer repair, whatever handle you give it, and you log in as 1234, whatever the password is, just remove that user totally from your system.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you go into the Windows settings and you got users like yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then anybody that you added, just remove that user. Change your password, Bazinga. You're probably got them.
I'm sure they get a lot of people who don't know any better, you know.
Well, if I was that guy and I had admin access, the first thing I would do is build a backdoor, right? So that in the event that you do remove what you think is the only thing, have an invisible backdoor that you don't even know about, know how to remove it.
A backdoor is another user name?
Another access, yeah.
Oh, that you don't tell anybody about, obviously.
Right.
Okay. Actually, we're all of a certain age, and I'm wondering, what could you do to ensure that when you pass on, that your loved ones can gain access to your computer? Because there was some.
Google,
go ahead.
Go to Google and tell them you want to write up a will and give all your logins and passwords. Something I need to do and I haven't done, but Google's got a system to do that. They had the same thought you did.
Thank you. I will look that up and put that in the Skywriter, because there was this lady whose mom was nearing death and left a message on her iPad to the children and then died. And she had to figure out how to break into the iPad to get whatever it was that her mom left her. And that made me wonder, yeah, because I want my folks to be able to use I have a brand new computer. Not that I plan to go anywhere, but I'm just saying.
Right. Now with the Beaver Queen coming up, you
I know, right? Got to stick around for that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I guess we should all consider our electronics things that can be passed down like money.
Yeah, Darlene says when I go and people call and say, "Hey, I need the password for blah blah blah," she says, "Tough. I don't know what any of them are. Goodbye." She can just throw them in the wind. So that's why I looked up and found the Google thing and I'm going to implement that.
I'm going to check this out. The Google Digital Garage, different classes.
Oh yeah, the training. That's good.
I'm always looking for free training.
And there's a lot of it. There's not just one single thing that's free to get you to look, and then everything else is paid. It's not that kind of an environment at all. They just, I think what they're trying to do is have people implement the best of the rest systems. Like when you set up a way for the hairdresser salon to get more people to find him, what's the best way to do that? Okay, so do take the time to take a look. I
will do that, and I think they're also trying to make up.
I know you're going to be really busy with Beaver Queen. Okay.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah, and then
but also with Google though, they have to make up for the fact that they have botched so many things in the past, including Google Plus, which actually was. Yeah, I preferred Google Plus to Facebook. I liked Google Plus a lot. It really did.
Well, Facebook
they really
the same thing Google Plus had. You can just use Facebook groups. If you want to just talk to a niche of people, just like you had in Google Plus,
I loved it.
A Facebook group and not Facebook to the whole world. Like the Canyon Lakes community where I live, there's a special group. There's 60 some people in it. You have to live here to be a member. And so I went in this morning and I said, "Do they have hanging baskets here for flowers? I don't see them anywhere." Because there's a hook on the back corner of the house that we got. And I said, "I'll go get a hanging basket and put it up there." But the wind blows so much here, I'm thinking maybe they don't do hanging baskets because they get blown away. You know. So anyway, that's the upcycled Google Plus is Facebook groups.
I hope they try again because, like, for example, if I interviewed a jazz musician on TV Skywriter or whatever, I would post that show in the Google Plus Jazz
community
chapter page community. Thank you.
Yeah.
And so I could always post my show in some kind of community because I belong to a bunch of different communities, and it was always really cool for people to see my show that pertained to their interest. You can't do that with Facebook. You really can't. Not in the same way.
Search for that group.
So
jazz music lovers or whatever name you want to give it. There's probably a group for that.
Yeah. I mean, I can tag them. I triangle.
Another place.
Durham Jazz.
Another social channel that gets a lot of neglect. It's big in the world, but not in America for some reason. Is Reddit.
I like Reddit.
Yeah, I've been in there for years, and it's never failed to impress me. There's always something good in Reddit, and there's always a new group comes up.
I noticed a new icon on the top of my Reddit. When I visit Reddit, I saw something new that I clicked on, and it allows you to live stream on Reddit. And so I thought that was interesting.
If you've got a group of like-minded people, like people interested in what's going on in Durham, it'd be a great place to pop in the Durham.
Oh, wait a minute. There's a Bull City Reddit page.
Yeah. Bazinga.
Ooh.
Well, if you want to preach to the choir, there you go.
How about, oops. Oh. See, look, scam likely.
Yeah, yeah. That's. Go ahead. Let us play.
I
Oh, you're not
declined.
done? Okay,
No,
that's no fun.
it's always people. Very often they use the same voice. Like the police. There's some police group
The
that
one.
wants your money,
Have you ever
and
gotten the one that has the recording? It says, "Can you hear me? Okay?" And they're waiting for you to say, "Yes, I can hear you."
oh,
And
I
that's the
was told never to
trigger.
say yes.
Yeah, never say yes on any phone call because they'll take that recorded yes and put it into whatever.
Yeah, don't say don't say that word. But yeah, so this police thing, they want your money, and uh it's pre-recorded, and they try
Yeah.
to make it conversational. Then I recognize the same voice on another scam, and I was like, they could at least use a different voice.
Yeah. Well, those
Come on.
guys must have a job, making your scam calls be live and real.
It's probably
Hire
fiber.
us, and so there you
It's
have it.
probably fiber. And if I were to give money to any police group, it would be the local group. It wouldn't be some
Well, yeah,
national.
what's good for the neighborhood is going to matter a lot more than
Yeah,
donating to the Detroit, Michigan Fire Department. Well, geez, I don't live in Detroit. It's a great
exactly.
program. I'll tell all my friends from Detroit about you. Do you have a number we can call you back at? And they never
Oh,
have
that's
a
a good
number.
one. That's a
Yeah,
good one.
yeah.
Because if it's
I've
not
done
Area
that
313, it wouldn't be for real.
sometimes. when they call us, we used an acronym DOH, die on hold, which when you give somebody a DOH, you say, "Oh, I'm getting another call. Let me put you on hold. I'll be right back." And you put
Oh,
line 4 on hold, and then you go on the intercom and let the whole office know line 4 is DOH, so nobody pushes that button. When it, because after like 60 seconds or 3 minutes or whatever, it'll start ringing to say that they're, available or they've been waiting so long. Can we have?
actually, I do that anyway. Because
Oh,
sometimes when I hear the voice, I'll just turn the TV back on because usually it's on.
yeah.
And turn the TV back on and get back to work and just let it sit there. And I know they're going to hang up eventually. So, yeah. So I do my own
That
DOA.
acronym. That's another acronym you can write down on the list right there below Digital Garage. DOH.
DOTV.
Yeah. Now,
DO.
are you riding the bike right now? You're not pedaling,
Yeah.
are you? Are you?
I'm not. I stopped pedaling because I
Oh,
don't
okay.
want the picture to be too shaky.
That's what I was thinking. That if you were pedaling it, you were doing it really smooth. You
Yeah.
perfected
Well,
the
okay. So
smooth
I'm
pedal.
pedaling.
Yeah.
See it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Your
can see it.
shoulders go back and forth there. It's part of the turf. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
love
listen.
this bike though. I love this bike. It's called the Flexi Spot, and it's a very strongly, stoutly built. Um, what do you call this bike? Stationary bike with a desk attached. In fact, my laptop is on. Okay, my keyboard is on the desktop, and then I have this arm. You've seen the arms with the shelving that you can move around. Is black, and
Right.
you
Right.
clamp it to the desktop. So I
Yeah.
have my laptop actually sitting up pretty high,
Uh-huh.
so that the camera is right at eye level.
Okay.
So
Now,
I have the laptop elevated on a shelf
did you
on
go
an
to?
arm.
Did you look up that device on Amazon and
Yes.
put it in your reseller list and share the link on your?
Oh, I didn't do all that, but I did
Well,
order it from Amazon. I need to do what Eileen does. Eileen lists all of the she's a member of the affiliate program, and she
right.
lists all of the gear that she uses, so you can see what Eileen uses, and then buy whatever it is that Eileen has if you want to have the same thing. And if you don't know who Eileen is, folks, ILEANE. She has a lot of really cool. She's a personal friend of both me and Guy.
Yeah.
Personal
Yeah.
being
She's so.
online, but still personal friend. And she has all
What?
these tutorials. social
Yeah,
media
when
and
I first met
years.
her years ago,
Mhm.
like about 2016 or 15, something like that, I figured, oh gosh, she'll never talk to me. She's got millions of followers or thousands anyway. She'll
Mhm.
never respond to my email because I saw her video that she did on this one tutorial and said, wow, that's really a good tool. I want to know what software she used to talk about. I don't remember what it was now.
Mhm.
And I got the answer back within hours. Oh,
See?
that's called Screencast-O-Matic. It's a great recorder for Windows, blah blah blah. And
Mhm.
I thanked her for that, and I've used it on the podcast since 2016.
Cool.
And her taking the time to make that success for me, she'll do that for everybody.
Yeah.
You know,
And if you ask her a question, sometimes she'll say, I should make a video about that.
yeah, yeah.
So she has
You plant a
thousands of
seed.
tutorials. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
So
good thing too. Yeah,
definitely.
I think the latest subtitle she has is Digital Diva, and
Okay.
I've I've come to know her as being if I have any questions about YouTube stuff or TubeBuddy or anything related to that
Mhm.
part of the digital world, that's the go-to person. Like you
For
have
sure.
everybody that knows everything, but some know a whole lot about one particular thing. She knows a
Mhm.
whole lot about live streaming and YouTube and
Definitely.
those channels. Now
Definitely.
she's really leaning towards Apple now more than I would like, but
Yeah, I think she got a new computer.
oh,
I
she
think
did.
her phone. Yeah, she got something new. I think she, you know what? I think she got an iMac. The big,
Probably.
I think she got an iMac.
Okay, I believe that.
And I'm on my new M1 MacBook Pro 13-inch. Loving it.
I'm on my 7-year-old i7 powered HP desktop. Works fine.
All right.
But I have dual
What's on,
monitors and a bunch of other stuff added to it, so it's
okay.
a
What's on
little.
your schedule for this weekend?
Um, well, I'm gonna plant a tomato, perhaps. And
Mhm.
I watched a
Mhm.
video this morning. This lady in California about growing tomatoes in containers, and the pearl in that oyster was she took. You know what tomato trellises they sell that are kind of funnel shaped?
Sure.
Okay, she takes two of those, puts the one on top upside down, and ties the big ends together. So you've got like a
Oh,
6 foot tall trellis. So for the
okay.
tomato varieties that you got that grow real big,
Mm-hmm.
bazinga, she's got like three stakes, like a triangle, holding up that conglomeration. If you're on a budget, this is the way to go. I said, well, I'd love to be on a budget. She also showed this
Hmm.
expensive, uh, the tomato trellis that Batman would have, because he's a millionaire, and it was way cool. But I didn't even look up
Bit
the price.
much.
Yeah, Titan something, Titan
Mm-hmm.
tomato trellis or something, and I didn't even
Okay.
look up the price on that because
Wow.
it looked spendy. I mean, we're talking $100 trellis. No, I ain't like
Oh no, it's not worth all that.
tomatoes
Yeah.
taste good, but they don't taste that good.
I
That's not
understand.
gonna happen.
Well,
Um,
what I'm gonna, oh, go ahead. What else are you
yeah.
gonna do?
So then we're gonna go look at an RV on the north
Ooh.
side of Pasco. It's a little. What? There's two things that Darlene wanted. She wanted to have a setup so she doesn't have to unmake the bed and convert it back to the dining table.
Mm-hmm.
And and she wanted a bathroom. Bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
if it's got the bathroom, the bed, it wins. So I found one.
Okay.
The only
I have seen some cool RVs on YouTube. Boy,
oh
oh
yeah.
boy.
Well, if you go RV dealer near me into your search, you'll bring up everybody in the neighborhood that's got RVs for sale.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
So
are you and your wife going to travel the West Coast or
the West
America
Coast,
in an RV? That sounds like fun.
we haven't
I've
talked
watched so
about
many videos of people doing that.
we haven't talked about that. But if I go to Durham, I'll knock on the door.
Okay, don't forget your fishing rod though. If you're going to be
Oh
traveling
yeah, I'm gonna
west
go to
coast.
Little River or Lake Mickey. I know. I already got that on the list.
Yeah.
Be the world record 69-year-old white guy that caught a fish out of Lake Mickey from Washington State.
Actually, you could go to those salmon places and make a video of you catching those big salmons in Washington State. Salmon.
Oh,
That would be cool. I haven't seen that yet.
I have a tripod now and a little clamp. It's a selfie stick, but it's at the bottom of a selfie stick. It's got the threads, so you can put it on a tripod.
Smart.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so as long as I remember to lift everything by the tripod, I found out the hard way. If you lift it by the selfie stick, you pull the threads out of the bottom of the selfie stick. So that's
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we fixed that, and I could set the tripod up, put the phone on, and then sure as heck, and get it all working in 15 minutes. Well, we should catch a fish any minute now.
Any minute now.
I'd have to have a dress rehearsal. Tell the fish, okay, I'm going to cast the lure out, and then you bite it, okay? It doesn't work that way sometimes.
Well, that's why they invented editing.
Well, the nice thing about fishing adventures is you never get skunked. You've heard that term. Somebody come back from fishing. Yeah, we got skunked. Well, I never say that.
Oh.
I come back and they say, "Where's the fish?" Well, we don't have any fish. Oh, you got no. We ran out of time.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Never get skunked, run out of time. So when you're drowning bait up Lake Mickey, and they're not biting that day, just remember, ran out of time.
Ran out of time.
I had to go do a DJ job at the Beaver Queen contest, and so I couldn't.
I hope you do. I do hope you drop in during the Beaver Queen. I think you're going to get a laugh out of it for sure.
Oh, I'm potential grin is already on my face. The Beaver Queen.
So 3 o'clock your time. 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Send us the link.
Okay, it's on the Let's Go page of Durham Skywriter, but I'll try to find it and send you the link as well.
Okay.
So yeah, you get a kick out of it.
Well, I'm going to go get busy.
Okay, you have a beautiful weekend, so I'll send you that link. And I hope I mentioned Durham softball, which is tomorrow. I don't know if I mentioned it. I have it here. Somehow I don't remember saying Durham softball playoffs.
The one you
but
did
it is tomorrow.
The foot small, I thought you had a speech impediment and you were trying to say football and you said it wrong.
The futsal. It's a new sport.
Yeah.
New.
But once I heard the explanation, I said, "Oh, she didn't say it wrong. That's just a new game." Okay.
Yeah, it's new. It was invented in South America somewhere.
I will get the link for that lady that has the tomato trellises tied together on growing tomatoes in containers. Because
okay.
Until your garden gets restored and everything's shipshape, you might want to pop a cherry tomato in a container. It'd be good.
Ooh, I would love to actually. Yeah, I would love to get that link.
You got a porch.
I do. In fact, I just finished pressure washing. I just finished pressure washing my deck, so it's empty right now, and it looks so huge right now.
Okay.
Because I took everything off.
Don't irrigate the tomatoes with the pressure washer. It's not built for that. Okay.
Actually, I'm going to clean my kitchen throw rug right now because I haven't pressure washed in a week, and I really want to get that bad boy out and play with it some more.
Okay. Stay safe.
Okay, guys. See you later.
Bye.
Awesome. Okay, so I think that is it for Bull City Hangout. Always fun to hang out with friends, and you can do so as well. Very easy. You can always just click on the link. It's a good way to practice being on camera. So again, let's see what the temperature is now. It is going to go up to 88. So right now it is 82. Okay, so it's getting warmer as we speak. going up to 88, and it will be fully sunny this afternoon. And then tomorrow it's going to be 88 with a 50% chance of thunderstorms. With that, you have a beautiful day. Tomorrow I will not be doing a show. I'll be doing TV Skywriter at 7, but I won't be doing Bull City Hangout. So I'll be back with Bull City Hangout at noon on Monday. See you then. Ciao for now.